I've been talking with, I think maybe you know Chiu Ying as well, so she's the one bringing me around. As I was talking, 50 years of Singapore is amazing. I mean, we went to the City Planning Center the other day, and you can see, you know, when in the back in 65, right, it's 50 years. So 65, I get my math right, I hope. So back in 65, it was like, it's just nothing. Black and white photos show Singapore is just some wooden houses, whatever. And then 10 years, oh, you know, things are already moving. Or back in, then you have what, 85, wow, you can see the whole skyline was building up. And today, wow, okay, so 50 years, I think it's not a very long time. And today we're talking about, hey, next year for Guangshan is also 50 years. Maybe something to think about, right? Okay. All right, so let's go on. Okay. Wait, it's on. Let's see. Oh, something popped up. So I need technical help. Okay, let's see. Let me try. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so I was saying earlier, actually, you know, what is the Dharma here that talking about? We say with the Buddha vehicle. So if you read your books, see the Buddha said that what we call the 5 vehicles. So it's like we're humans, right? And Master said that actually, you know, we should always have the resolve or the vow to live better. This life, future life, okay? So a lot of people will say, maybe your Christian friends say, okay, when I die, I go to heaven. Okay, so this is also their vow, is their practice. So they want to live better. Maybe this life, I'm already pretty good, but I still want to do better than this, okay? It's not like you're being greedy. Okay, I have $1 million, but I want to have 2 million, or I want to be a billionaire. Okay, so it's not like that. It's like I have the wisdom to recognize that I can always be better. I think Singapore is the best example. I mean, you keep improving, you keep fine-tuning, okay? You keep fine-tuning, you keep improving, you want to do better and better, you want to take care of more people, you want to make this, you know, as little social problems as possible, so everyone can live well, okay? And hopefully, maybe you say, oh, okay, I have a good life. Maybe next life, I can even do better. So we say, that's heaven. And then we say, oh, okay, better still, we say, material things is, I see through it, can't pour, okay? I see through material things. We say, the mind of renunciation. I can leave all of this, seek a better spiritual life. Okay, so a spiritual life, not a material life. So we say we keep going higher and higher. So that's why we have, other than humans, that's one vehicle, as like, you know, stage by stage. Then we say the heaven. So don't belittle the heavenly beings. It's not easy. It's not easy. If your Christian friend said, very dedicated, and my wish is that I want to be born into heaven, right? So sometimes just a little sidetrack here. When I was talking to Americans or, you know, people who come in to visit, the only thing is that a lot of people may have read about Buddhism and say, oh, so the Pure Land is like the Buddha's heaven. Is that the Buddha's heaven? What do you think? Is the Pure Land the Buddha's heaven? So Christians go to heaven, we go to the Pure Land. Is that an equal mark there? Is that an equal mark? I say, oh, okay, it's fine. Okay, it's the same. Okay, Christians, they want to be born into heaven. And then the Buddhists, they call it Pure Land. It's actually the same thing. Is it the same thing? No. What's the difference? Okay, their belief is when they're born in heaven, it's everlasting. They will stay there forever and enjoy heaven. But for us, we recite Amitabha's name, we go Jing Tu, the Pure Land. I think Venerable Miao Hsi is an expert because she's been teaching the Pure Land Sutras. So when we're there, do we plan to stay there forever? So what is the vow? I mean, I'm sure you've read maybe Fa Yuan Wen, English and Chinese, I don't know. But there's always there that I make the vow and Amitabha will receive me, right? So, Xin, I have this firm belief. I make the vow, I have the resolve, then I practice. Then I was born there, okay? Amitabha Buddha recognized me You know, I have the passport, okay? I have a lot of funds. I have a lot of resources. 资粮嘛, I have a lot of resources. I recite the Buddha's name. So Amitabha say, okay, you're welcome. Come here, okay? This is your turn now. Come in. And then you say, okay, I'm born in the lotus flower. Again, the lotus flower, right? And then what? The flower open and you see the Buddha, and then what? So you say, oh yeah, I made it. What happened? So you stay there and you gain enlightenment. Did you read the Ami Toting? So you go there to gain enlightenment, okay? And then after that, what? It's like going to college. I think this is the best place to talk about college. With Singapore, your education is good, right? I just recently read that, you know, Singapore has the smartest kids in the world. So if you have a smart kid, what do you want him to do? Is stay forever in the college? Just keep getting A's and say, Mom, I have another A, okay? Dad, I am an honor student. So do you want it to go forever? He has to leave college, okay? He has to graduate. So we graduate. When we gain enlightenment in Amitabha Pure Land, we are graduates. What do? You move on. Hey, you know, I'm a professor of whatever. Okay, I'm a computer science PhD. So I go and teach, okay? And I want people to be like me, right? Do you want to be the only PhD in your industry? Or I'm the only one, okay? So maybe it's a great honor for a while, but we do get old. What happened, right? So for Buddhists, going to the Pure Land is not like Christian heaven, because we want to come back. Is it? It's like on the strength of our vow, we come back, we leave the Pure Land, okay? We get out. It's like getting out of college. Hey, you know, the ceremony, commencement, okay? That's a big ceremony to kind of send you off. So we come out. We come out of the Pure Land to help others. Any beings, hey, okay, I can show you. This is what Sakyamuni Buddha has shown us. Sakyamuni Buddha said, hey, I did it. So we say he's the great teacher. He's not a god. So this is the main difference. So some Christians may say that, so you're atheist. So it sounds very negative. You know, at first I thought atheist is like, I don't recognize anyone. But as Buddhists, I would tell them, we recognize the existence of God. But for us, it's not the ultimate. Okay, it's not the ultimate that I believe in God and God will save me. And then whatever I do, God will forgive me. So I can forgive my sins and I will be in heaven. Is it that easy? So anyone can touch your head or whatever, okay, you're forgiven. It's like a lot of moms and dads here, right? So when your children are small, you may do that. But some parents would give them a little punishment. They have to pay for it. Right? You have to pay for it. Okay, you sit in the corner, or no ice cream, or whatever, right? So they know that, okay, I've been not good. Okay, so next time I shouldn't do it, because otherwise I'd be punished. But this is the first step. But longer and longer, they know that being punished is not the reason why they don't do bad things, so to speak. Then they recognize that why my parents, my mom, my dad say, this is not good, you should not do it. That's why education takes so long. Okay, so it's easy to kind of use material things. Okay, if you're not good, no ice cream. Or if you're not good, I don't bring you to Disneyland. Or if you are not this or that, then you don't get a toy, or I don't buy you new clothes or whatever. Okay, or I don't give you a new computer these days, or game, whatever, right? PlayStation. I'm very out of touch, so you know. So things like that. But it's harder to teach, to educate that they really can share your value. They can really, so that's why the Buddha spends so much time teaching. He taught for 50 years, okay? So this is, the Buddha would say, in the end, okay, those are all skillful means. As a human, or as a heavenly being, or as a Lohan, Arhat, or what they call Shravaka, is the hearers, okay, is that you hear the Dharma, and you say, okay, I have to practice. And there's a higher level. Or you have cultivated that your roots, what we say, kanna, the roots of wisdom are so good. You don't need people to teach you. You can just observe, and you become enlightened, what we call the Pratika Buddha. And then, of course, the Bodhisattvas. And then finally, actually, the ultimate will be actually the Buddha vehicle. And in one of the analogies in the Lotus Sutra, it talked about out of the burning house, how to get the children out of the burning house. Say, hey, I have some beautiful vehicles out there. I have like a deer vehicle, I have bull vehicle, and then the children listen and say, wow, wonderful things are happening out there. I must get out of this house and see what's out there that's for me, that I can have, okay? So the Buddha would kind of lead us stage by stage into recognizing. It's like teaching your children. It's not just punish them or give them something good, the stick and the carrot, right? Either you get whack or you get a prize, okay? But no, but you have to instill in your children, right, in your next generation, good values that you share, values that you cherish. So this is the same with the Buddha, okay? So it's the Buddha vehicle that Sakyamuni Buddha tried to tell us, okay? So this is, again, I think I talked about the lotus flower before, though it's most beautiful and noble, okay? And maybe you already understand the word sutra. We're still on the top, the title. Sutra, of course, is a Sanskrit word. It means to connect. And if you look at it, sometimes I think I've read about the even being related to the word suture. It's like, any doctors there? The soul, one suture, okay? So it's like linking, sewing, okay? It's like the sutra that is teaching is like linking the truth, kind of string them together, okay? So a sutra connects with the wonderful principles of all Buddhas. Here I use a small b because I'm not referring to our historic Buddha. It's not Sakyamuni Buddha. So all Buddhas, so it becomes like almost like a common term, okay? It's like all people, okay? And we say above, sang, okay? Above is what the Buddha has been teaching. Of course, we're not saying that the Buddha is very condescending. It's like, oh, okay, I'll teach you. Okay, no. But we as students, okay, we respect that we're accepting teachings from above, as teachings from the Buddha telling us. And then below, we say, when the teachings are kind of connecting, are stringing together, so it connects with the opportunities for all to teach all beings. So this is a sutra, all right? So it's connecting, so making the connection, okay? Telling us the truth. And of course, every sutra, all sutras have a specific title and a common title. Okay, here we say the wonderful Dharma lotus flower, Miao Hsi, okay, Lian Hua, okay, in Chinese, is what we call the specific title. And every sutra, okay, with every, when you really study, you have references, every teaching would usually end with whatever, okay, name, sutra, okay. So if you have the time, you can look those up. Now, okay, that's the answer. The sutra consists of 28 chapters, 28品. And I found some pictures, some photos. So you have, when you look at it, okay, these are all hand copied. They write word by word. And out of respect, they also have like a Buddha image, okay, on everyone. And these mostly really ancient copies are maybe found in certain museums around the world that they can I think at one point at our Fo-Guang-San Buddha Memorial Center, I think they also have some display of some of those ancient sutras, and you can see how precious, okay? And sometimes it can be a collection from museums in China, or, it's our own collection that you can see that, for us, it's a modern age, okay? You may download a whole lot of sutras, just, oh, this is my iPad, or this is my iPhone, my computer, everything is in there. But in the old days, they have hard copies, and they're very precious. It's handwritten, okay? Word for word, just like that. And then another version of it, see, this is, you look at this one, it's more like a picture depiction or a painting, okay, a painting depicting certain sutras or what is being taught in there. So you see, this is the chapter 2, okay, and you see they're very, very serious. They're very serious about the translator. So the translator will be translating, doing the translation on the order of the emperor, okay, or the imperial court. So they have to receive it. It's out of respect. Today, you know, you say, oh, I write a book, and then maybe you give some credit to whoever has helped me, because I'm into publication, so, you know, we have to know all of that. It's like the protocol of printing a book or publishing a book. We usually thank and acknowledge people who has helped us. But no, here it says, okay, it's the emperor or the imperial court say, okay, you can do it. Because actually in the old days, even the funding, okay, because remember Xuanzhuang Dashi, okay, so the emperor was so, he was like a good friend. Xuanzhuang Dashi is like the idol of the emperor. So the emperor would support him with everything, okay. However, Master Xuanzhuang is no common monk, okay. He has been through like India and back, and so that's why he can translate. He understands both languages, and that's why the emperor would support him. So here is like an edict, okay. So for us, in today's world, it's very simple, okay. You have the money, you have someone to do the artwork, or you have someone to proofread, and say, it's very popular, right? 注印now. But I would still think that for Buddhist writings and also sutras, we have to make it very nice. You have to make it very valuable. So you look at this book, right? It's hard copy, okay? And, you know, we have special design. We have, like, this is published by us, actually. So, you know, we have master's word there, photo there, and you open up, and, you know, if you pick up something like this, you would recognize the value. And it's not just being beautiful. It's not just being, the packaging is good. It's actually, you give value to the teachings, okay? You have to give value to the teaching. So if I really don't, I would not, certainly not condone people say, oh, okay, I give you $300 or whatever, 注印, just photocopying, and then staple together, and then you just give it like a piece of paper, and then, oh, this is the sutra. Then you take it up, and you don't have the sense of value, okay? You don't have the sense of value, and then it may break easily, it may be crinkled, it may be folded, it may be, but here you have a very nice book, okay? Something that you can cherish. You want to put it in a nice place. You want to keep it clean, right? It's not just something you just roll it up and stuff it in your bag and then you're on the go, okay? So I would still say that even though today we have all the electronic devices, okay, I think everybody here has a cell phone, a smartphone, right? And maybe a lot of people have iPads or tablets or more than one or whatever. It's like this one is for this purpose, that one is for another purpose. And most people would have a computer at home, right? So it's easy that you download things, okay? But I would still say that if at home you have a shrine, you keep a copy, English or Chinese, it's something that you cherish. You can really appreciate. You can see the value. You can appreciate the value. And remember, this is teachings. This is the Dharma that we're talking about, all right? Okay, so look at a little bit more. So this is already a very plain version, but it's in a scroll form. Okay, this is in a scroll form. And you can see this is the Universal Gate chapter. So when you look at it, another form, okay, it's like, these are like what we call, like, it's a patra leaves version. It's like, but these are being flipped. Okay, you flip them. When you visit Xilai Temple ever, we have like an art gallery and some of the permanent displays there that we have like a copy of this. Okay. So see, this is what we call Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Universal Gate chapter. Okay, so this is what we know very well. Pumenpin, this is what we study very well. Okay, So this is the original Chinese, okay, translation of the sutra. So you see how beautiful they, in the old days, that they would, you know, create or publish a sutra. So this is the actual one, and this is what chapter 25. Okay, now we know for sure. Okay, chapter 25. Avalokitesvara, it's better known as what? Guan Yin, right? Guan Yin is a bodhisattva. Okay, so actually that particular chapter or pin in Chinese is Avalokitesvara or Guan Yin Bodhisattva Universal Gate chapter. Okay, so there's a lot of people may ask, Guan Yin. Now I know there's Dai Bei Chan, right? The Great Compassion Repentance Service. I think every one of Fo Guangshan Temple would conduct the service at least a few times a year. Okay, at Xilai Temple we conduct it once every month. Okay, once every month in an evening. So you may think that okay, Guan Yin. Okay, we know it, or Guan Shi Yin. Okay, everybody would know right away. You talk to any Chinese people, any Asian people, Guan Yin. Okay, they would know who you're talking about. And in American or English culture, they have a very bad translation for it. Okay, and anybody ever heard of very bad translation of Guan Yin in English? The goddess of mercy. But nowadays, goddess is something else, right? And they will look at every Asian. Maybe if you see now we are so happy to have all the different Guan Yin statues. Okay, different manifestation. And then they will look at, oh, it's a goddess, okay, because in their minds, okay, either it's a god or a goddess, okay, so, oh, it's a goddess. And the word mercy, what do you think of the word mercy? Because, okay, I went to a Catholic school in Hong Kong for 13 years. I've been in a Catholic school for 13 years, a convent school to be exact, all right? And, of course, students will go to the church and we would attend Mass and so on. So it's always like, oh, God have mercy on me. God have mercy. It's like a begging. It's like begging for mercy. As if someone wants to kill you and say, oh, have mercy on me. Or someone wants to harm you or say, oh, mercy, mercy, right? But I think it's more like the old way of saying things. But so they call Guan Yin in English the goddess of mercy. And I would just tell the Americans, right, this is something I really don't like, almost hate. Because it is so unreal. It's so unlike Guan Yin. Okay, Guan Yin, first of all, is not a goddess. Even though you may see a lot of very, very beautiful paintings of Guan Yin, very, very beautiful statues of Guan Yin. And it's almost always a woman, right? In a woman's form. And of course, the second most favorite question is Guan Yin a man or Guan Yin a woman? Right? They say, 女的还是男的? Okay. And then you may see Japanese paintings of Guan Yin have whiskers. Okay, whiskers there. I said, whoa, what is this, right? Okay. So even a lot of Chinese Buddhists, they have this question in mind. So is Guan Yin a man or a woman? What do you think? Is Guan Yin a man or a woman? Anyone? Anyone? So it's not just the Chinese. It's not uniquely Chinese that we would, we say we worship Bai Guan Yin, right? We would Gong Yang Guan Yin, make offerings, right? And so just at glance, okay, so it's like a Buddhist icon or even a cultural icon. Even the Taoists would also say Bai Guan Yin, right? Okay, and they have a purpose. Okay, Bai is like you're seeking. 保佑我, okay, bless me, okay. Oh, I want to, my kid will pass the exam. Okay, my husband's business will do very well. Okay, and my daughter will find a good husband. Okay, 求啊, okay, 拜啊, it's you seeking, right? Okay, so it's always go to Guan Yin. So in not just Chinese, so in different cultures, of course, Mandarin is Guan Yin or Guan Shi Yin. Shi is what? 世界. Okay, observing the world, right? Cantonese, Guanyam, right? Guanyam. And Japanese, Canon. Now, a very interesting story. You know the camera Canon? Right? You know that's based on Guanyin? Never heard of that? The camera Canon, because of the eye, the camera, the lens, very sharp, right? So I only, it was like maybe 10 years ago that I heard this. So actually, the camera Canon is based on this Canon. Interesting, right? So even Japan, so this is what they use, Canon, right? So Japanese is called Canon, but different spelling. And Thai, okay, anybody who knows Thai, okay, this is my little research. So Thai is, again, is Guan Im. And Vietnamese, again, similar, Guan Am, okay, and Indonesian. Oh, we have Indonesian, our fellow venerable,